One date can cost you $2,000 of your own retirement money. Do you know what it is? Take $20,000 out of your retirement account 1 week too early, and it can cost you an extra $2,000. The exact same withdrawal 1 week later costs you zero extra. Same account, same money, same you. The difference is one date. And that date is the reason a certain form your bank may give you can backfire. You heard that right. Your bank may hand you a form the week you retire. Almost everyone signs it. It looks responsible. It is recommended everywhere. And for some people, that one signature quietly locks their own money away for up to 4.5 years. The strangest part is the reason why. The date behind all of this is tied to your birthday. But it is actually not a real birthday at all. It is 59.5, the strangest half birthday in the whole retirement rulebook. The only half birthday you are responsible for knowing, but likely have never been told about. And when yours arrives, nobody tells you. No letter, no alert, no birthday card or cake. Nothing. Already past 59.5? Stay with me. Because most people past that date get dinged without ever knowing it. And there is a 5-year clock that may still be running on your money, whether you know it or not. So, what actually unlocks at 59.5? What does not? And how does it all impact your retirement money? I am Warren, not a financial advisor. Nothing on this channel is advice, and I will never pretend otherwise, and I will be straight with you. I had this date wrong for years. Nobody corrected me because almost nobody checks. That is exactly what this channel is for. Here's the plan. First, what actually unlocks at 59.5? It is exactly one thing, and I will show you what it is worth in real dollars. Second, 4 big things that do not unlock that day, including one that will still be billing you at 80. Third, the early side trap. One signature can lock up money you were free to spend. And fourth, the late side trap, the 5-year clock, and how to know if yours has even started. Start with the unlock itself. Let me state the rule first, then show you what it is worth. Before 59.5, when you pull money out of a traditional IRA or a traditional 401k, the IRS charges you twice. Once with ordinary income tax, the same as a paycheck, and then once more with an extra charge on top. The IRS's official name for it is the 10% additional tax. Everyone else calls it the early withdrawal penalty. And that is where the $2,000 from the start of this video comes from. 10% of a $20,000 withdrawal is $2,000. Straight to the IRS on top of the regular tax. The day you reach 59.5, and the IRS means that literally 6 months after your 59th birthday, that extra charge ends. That is the unlock. One fee gone. And it is a hard edge, not a ramp. There is no partial credit for being close. In the eyes of the IRS, 1 week early is the same as 1 year early. The full 10%, either way. So if you are anywhere near this date with a withdrawal in mind, the cheapest thing you may ever do is wait a few weeks. But look closely at the word I keep using. Penalty, not tax. The biggest misunderstanding about 59.5 hides in the space between those two words, and it is where the wrong answer starts. Here is the rule plainly. At 59.5, withdrawals from traditional retirement accounts stop being penalized. They do not stop being taxed. They never stop being taxed. Every dollar you pull from a traditional IRA or 401k counts as ordinary income. At 59.5, at 65, at 80. The penalty had an expiration date. The tax does not. That is why that glowing little word gets expensive. A person hears penalty-free, files it away as free, and celebrates the half birthday by pulling out $50,000 in one shot. Then April arrives. That $50,000 stacked on top of their other income pushed part of it into a higher bracket, and the bill came in thousands of dollars heavier than if the same money had come out across 2 smaller years. Nothing illegal happened. Nothing even unusual. The timing did all the damage. So taxes are the first thing that does not change. Here are the other 3, because each one has its own birthday, and none of them is this one. Social Security does not start. The earliest you can claim is 62, and reaching 59.5 does not move that by a single day. Medicare does not start. That is 65. And nothing starts forcing money out of your accounts either. Required minimum distributions, the point where the government makes you withdraw, whether you want to or not, do not begin until 73, born in 1960 or later, and it is 75. So 59 and a half has exactly one job. It ends one fee. Everything else in retirement keeps its own calendar. Which brings us to the near side mistake, because there is a whole group of people who do not even need to wait for 59 and a half. Their money is already penalty-free, years earlier, and many of them sign that away without ever knowing they had it. Here is the short version, because the full story deserves its own video. There is an IRS rule that can unlock the 401k at the job you just left as early as age 55, years before 59 and a half. But that early unlock has one enemy, the rollover form. Move that money into an IRA, and the early unlock is gone. The IRA locks it right back up until 59 and a half. So if you retire early, do not sign that form until you have seen my rule of 55 video. If you are wondering why anyone would spend their week reading rollover fine print, here's my answer. Every rule in this video became a rule because it cost some real person real money first. I dig them out so the next one is not you. If you want the rest of the fine print as I find it, subscribe. I am nowhere near done. And the 5-year clock from the start of this video, it sits inside the Roth IRA. Here's the one thing to know today. At 59 and a half, a Roth unlocks, but it is not fully tax-free until 5 tax years after your very first Roth contribution. And if you have never put a dollar into any Roth, your clock has not even started. Different rule, different clock, its own video soon. What matters today is simpler. Unlocked and tax-free are not the same thing. Now, the single biggest misunderstanding about this date. When people hear that their money is unlocked, the one word they reach for is free. The money is finally free, and now you can see what the date actually delivers. Nothing becomes free. One fee ends. The tax stays for life. The Roth clock keeps its own time. Social Security is still waiting at 62, Medicare at 65, required withdrawals at 73 or 75. 59 and a half does not hand you a single new dollar. What it hands you is access. And access is a tool, not an instruction. If you are still working, that access even reaches inside your 401k. At 59 and a half, many plans let you move money out to an IRA while you keep working. It is called an in-service rollover. Whether yours allows it is your plan's call, so you would have to ask. But should you touch it? That is a different question from can you, and no birthday answers it. It is answered by a gap. What a year of your life really costs, minus what already arrives every month, guaranteed. If you have never put those two numbers side by side, grab the free Retirement Gap Worksheet linked below. It walks you through both numbers with a pen in about 10 minutes, and it shows you exactly what your retirement savings are being asked to cover. So here's the whole video in one line. 59 and a half flips, exactly one switch. The penalty ends, and everything else keeps its own schedule. On the near side of the date, respect the hard edge, and know what a rollover costs you at 56. On the far side, know which clocks are still running. Now, back to the question this video started with. Because I had it wrong for years. Before today, what age did you think your retirement money actually unlocked? 62? 65? Never thought about it? Drop the age you believed in the comments and say whether you were off. The answers tell me exactly what to dig into next. Ready to find more ways to get retirement right for the long haul? Then check out the next video right here. This channel is retirement facts, not fear. No hype, no doom, just me reading the fine print and passing along what I find. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.